Welcome back to the Figure Kit Garage, fellow resin heads and kit builders. Brent Krug back with a very unique and special review. Like me and a lot of other folks out there, we like listening to music, whether it's on Spotify, YouTube Music, what have you. And to do that, a lot of us use our cell phones with Bluetooth speakers. The case you see in front of you, Virginia and I received these last Saturday, and we've been waiting for these for the better part of 2 years. Why 2 years? Well, back in 2020, right at the beginning of the pandemic, a company by the name of New Wave Toys, Replitronics, announced a Kickstarter. That Kickstarter was to fund a Bluetooth speaker that would look like nothing had ever been done before. Their idea, which was a 2-year process of development alone, was to style a Bluetooth speaker in the style of an old 1980s boombox. That's right, kids. We're going back to the 1980s. Inside this case that you see in front of you is the New Wave Toys Replitronics M90 Mini Bluetooth boombox. Now, for those of you who don't know who New Wave Toys is, they've been around for quite a few years. They specialize in making 1/6 scale, 12-inch playable, fully playable replicas of some very well-known and well-loved video games from our youth. So far, they've released Tempest, Dragon's Lair, Asteroids, 1942, and Street Fighter II. As well, they have released power banks designed to charge multiple items at the same time, styled to look like the change machines that we used to see in video game arcades back in the 80s. And they come in one of two versions: the all-white body with the blue paneling, or the all-wood paneling, which are the ones I was most familiar with. As well, they do make power banks just like this beauty right here, the Hotline 16,000, styled like an old 1980s Walkman. 16,000 milliamp hour battery with 10-watt wireless charging capability. I've had this for about 2 years now, and it's paid for itself a dozen times over. Charge level indicator for the battery, along with a very bright LED light. Play button, fast forward and rewind, stop, and volume control sliders all work like the original used to. This is one of the coolest additions to my little electronics collection. I have used this frequently and has not failed me, and I don't think it's ever going to. But this review, I had to show this thing off. I originally did the first video on this on Saturday, and I made some mistakes that I'm going to correct. Originally, I had said that this was based on the Panasonic M90. I was incorrect. This is based on the JVC M90. And this Kickstarter was so successful that 2,759 backers pledged $242,000 to get this thing funded. Now, this is originally slated to be delivered, what was hopefully by the holidays of 2020. Production setbacks, some redesigns, and electronics component shortages continually forced delays, and honestly, we were wondering if we were ever going to see this brought to life. So, without further delay, maybe just a little one, I'm going to bring out the star of the show. And here it is, the New Wave Toys Replitronics M90 Mini Bluetooth Boombox. Beautiful, ain't she? This is an unbelievable feat of engineering to take a Bluetooth speaker and design it like the boom boxes of our youth. This speaker is 40% the size of the original JVC M90, and it's 80% lighter, so you don't have to worry about dislocating a shoulder trying to lift it up to listen to it like you used to back in the day. Originally, this thing was supposed to have 2.5-inch speakers. That was upgraded to 3-inch speakers, and they were supposed to be 16 watts per speaker. That was bumped up to 20 watts per speaker. So you've got 40 watts total of music blaring power. And I will admit, this thing can pump out the tunes. Trust me on that. Originally slated to have a 10,000 milliamp hour battery, it has a 20,000 milliamp hour battery. So everything about this was bumped up from the very beginning. The MSRP was originally slated to be $100, but because of the increase in production costs, that is going to go up significantly. I do not have the exact cost of what this is going to run. That will be revealed when it is released to the general public after the Kickstarter backer orders have been all fulfilled. This is Bluetooth 5.1 capable, and the version that that I got is the Kickstarter exclusive Blue Speaker variant. These are limited and they are numbered, and these will not be available to the general public. This was a Kickstarter exclusive only, so we were lucky enough to get these, and we got 2 of these on the Kickstarter for $120. That's right, 2 of these big babies for $120. That's saying something. They also offered the M90 Micro, which is a very scaled down version that I have seen people display mock-ups or whatnot, or I believe the New Wave Toys website had actually shown some Sideshow collectible figures as well as some Hot Toys figures standing next to some of their video game machines with the M90 Micro. And I'm not going to lie to you, it looked pretty damn cool. This design really takes me back a lot of years. I never had the JVC M90 growing up, and seeing what the original looked like and how big it was and the design that New Wave Toys had put into this, they really did their homework on getting this to look absolutely perfect. The bass, treble, and balance knobs all work. Now, they did come with 4 additional machined aluminum knobs to help grab onto the smaller knobs, which you see here, and those are hard to grab onto. So you can adjust your bass, your treble, and your balance as necessary. These 5 buttons here control the power, the mode, the play, pause, skip forward, and skip back. Your radio tuner dial does work, and this does have an FM tuner built in that does function very, very well, as well as a microphone to carry on phone conversations through the M90. Your fold-up carrying handle, which when you pop it down, just like on the original, folds down all by itself. And 2 fully extendable rabbit ears for radio reception. Does this give anybody flashbacks yet? If not, there's something wrong with you. Along with all the stuff on the front side, oh, one more little thing. That's right. You just saw that cassette tape. Forgive me for the video stopping. Not sure exactly what happened. But this thing is now powered on, so we're going to switch this over to radio. That little noise lets you know that your FM radio is now working.
That's your favorite drink. Fresh brewed coffee? Free. Diet Coke? Free. Vanilla frosty.
We always think that we're just...
Absolutely amazing tuner functionality. Now you do have a limited range to how far you can crank this thing back and forth. And that's the limit of your radio.
In the background.
That goes to your USB-A plug-in. That's for the cell phone. Now I've already paired this thing up with my Galaxy S20. So I'm going to come in here, kick on my Bluetooth. And it is now connected. Now I did find some royalty-free music on YouTube Music that I'm going to play through the speaker so you guys can hear how well this thing goes. I have blasted everything from AC/DC to Whitesnake to Great White. Jay Giles Band, Nickelback, Kid Rock, everything, the Scorpions, everything's been played through this, and it sounds fantastic. So I almost forgot one little thing. One of the other stretch goals included with the M90 was a miniature replica with a wired remote. Plugs in through this front-facing jack. And works just like the original used to. Balance right. That is incredible. For those of us who grew up in the 70s and 80s, this for just about anybody, including myself, kit builders, you almost want one. You almost want one, something like this. This is an amazing thing to have. Very big congratulations to New Wave Toys for making this a reality. I can't wait to see what they've got next in the pipeline for the rest of them. They had about, I want to say, there's another 7 or 8 ideas in mind for Bluetooth boom boxes. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. I will leave the contact information for New Wave Toys both on Facebook and on the internet in the comments section down below. I know this is not model kit related, but kind of makes you want to get one just to have one out in your hobby room to listen to while you're building model kits. It'll be so worth it. And believe me, it was. So, for this very unique review on the Figure Kit Garage of the New Wave Toys Replitronics M90 Mini Bluetooth Boombox, everybody stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. Rock on, America!